Welcome back everybody, bring guys new YouTube video today. We are going to go over the top tips and tricks inside of Palworld that I wish I knew sooner. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification to never miss a video. The slide and jumping, and combine that with parachuting. After hours of playing Palworld, I realized you can slide and combine that with a slide into a parachute. You can unlock the parachute through the technology tab by leveling it up. It can give you really smooth movement and move around a lot quicker and easier. So how this works is if you actually have your base on top of a hill and you can basically slide and jump. Like if you were to jump off a hill, this is what it made it seem like you were doing. You're literally slide jump off a hill, then you can just glide through the air. And it's really convenient if you have your base on top of a hill. So if you want to go all the way down the hill and just go farm something, just slide jump and glide through the air, and you're just basically soaring through the sky basically. And really gotta watch your stamina up at this point. Knowing that you can actually do that, it's pretty cool. So as you guys know, Palworld is a open world survival game. You pretty much need to find a good spot to really build your base. So the most common thing is trying to find a good spot to build your base. So with a beginner's base, I would really recommend find a simple spot with a lot of trees and stone, so you don't have to go far and to get started with your base. And getting everything set up like your workbench, repair bench, and all that kind of stuff. Then when you unlock the stone builds, I mostly chose to build a wider area so I can build a farm and a huge base. And as you play more of Palworld and get hours into the game, you kind of feel what base, where to build it, and where it's not a very good spot. Toward the middle of the end of the game, I chose a really open wide area because I knew this is the base I was going to want. So this can be like a big base. As a beginner, I chose a simple base next to trees and stones so I can just gather as much wood and stone, make a storage container so I can put all my resources into that resource box, and I can really store everything up, build my base, and basically get started from there. And basically start farming, catching all the pals, leveling up quicker, then going through my technology tab, unlocking a lot of levels and unlocking other stuff through the technology tab so it can help me survive longer. So at number 3 is to level up fast in Palworld. Before anyone asks, yes, you have to play the game, but there is a faster solution of breaking up really fast, which is basically collecting as much pals as possible. Collect 10 of each pal. Once you catch 10 of that specific pal, you will get XP and bonus XP. You can also farm dungeons. They rotate, so they're always not gonna be in the same area. Collecting as much pals, catching them, and you can level up pretty fast. So at number 4, this is actually pretty basic, but I still want to include this in the video. As you progress through your base in Palworld and you get to the point where you want to build multiple bases, this can be done by increasing your base level, and you'll be able to fast travel through your pal box. To fast travel points, this allows you to get to point A and B within seconds. Other than walking there and flying as you load up your pal box, the more you can have is so you can pretty much select multiple bases in different locations, so you can fast travel to a different area really fast without wasting any time. As you explore Palworld, you will actually unlock these fast travel points anyways or regardless, but this gives you a direct location where you want the fast travel to be through your pal box. At number 5, you will get this within hours of playing Palworld, but once you unlock a pal gear workbench to give your pal a saddle, ride them or fly different pals, always have different abilities by unlocking them through your technology tab. As you level up, you'll get credits to unlock these items. So it makes it more easier other than running to that specific location you want to run to, or trying to find your pal box to pretty much fast travel over there. This way you can actually rely on your pal, fly, and just basically explore the map as you like. At number 6, you can actually decrease the time of your pal recovering from being wounded. Rest at your bed and your pal should be ready to get to this 100%, way better than waiting 10 minutes. At number 7, I would highly recommend looking at your stats while leveling up your character. Upgrading your stats, or whatever category you are going for, I recommend going for weight stats. This makes it where you can actually carry more materials and resources, so you're not being stuck at one spot and can't move at all. While holding to many resources, the second stat that I worked toward was stamina. I used stamina for running, dodging, and boss fights, even farming. It can be really annoying waiting for that red bar to basically be repaired after farming for a long period of time. That happens when the stamina bar gets completely drains out and it goes red. Then you have to wait for it to go completely white again before you can actually run or do any physical activity in the game. So one of the tips and tricks I also have, so when you go in to build something, so I'm gonna give you guys a demonstration here. So when you go to build something, let's pretend that you want to build a floor and you want to build a base. So if you actually look at your building, at your foundation, whatever you're building, you'll see X is to build, Y is to build continuously, B is back build menu, then the other button is quick building. So you just press Y and you can just continuously building, other than just instead of just pressing X and just doing it individually. It's way better to do it continuously. So just make sure whatever you're building is to build it continuously, so it makes everything so much easier. So if you put down a logging site next to your base and get a whatever storage crate next to your logging site, whatever your pals are working at, once you put a storage crate next to it, the wood would automatically go in there instead of pals going back and forth across the map or across the field to put resources in these chests. As you see here, it's going into my chest and it's counting up. So 549 and it's about to hit 550. There it is. So putting chests next to the logging site or stone pit or whatever, it's easier this way because it's going into the chest other than your pals trying to transfer this across your base. One of the tips I highly recommend is going through your pal deck and actually looking through your pals and see what kind of work they do. You don't want to be doing some work that they can help you with. So the deers do the lumber work, which they get you wood. Some pals will actually help you with multiple things, just depending on their stats. If you look at pals, sometimes they will help you with handwork, which if you go down here to stone pit, anything that requires anything building with my base, the pals will help you. So watch this. So the pals are displayed on the screen here. It tells you which one will help you. So it makes the building your base quite faster. I will also recommend having the feed box next to your base, close as possible, so the pals don't have to go far to eat, because if they have to go far to eat, that means less farming and less materials. One of the tips I recommend is getting an alarm bell. The alarm bell is basically, you can hit and interact with it and it basically alarms to attack invaders, or you can basically change it to basically work. So just in case you get invaded, you can quickly change it to like attack invaders and just go back to normal working, and the base is just focus on work. I will also recommend building out of stone. You'll pretty much get this little down the line of playing the game, but other than building with wood. So make sure you build with stone or this will happen. What the? No! My house! Sorry.
What?
My whole house just got destroyed.
sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining